Just to kind of, again, continuing a recap, yesterday we did receive some precipitation, approximately a quarter inch of rain. Even though we got that precipitation, all it merely did was slow down the fire's progression. Due to the extreme drought and dry conditions we were having, it is still an active wildfire. It is extremely challenging for the New Jersey Forest Fire Service, our partners in New York, the DEC Rangers, as well as all the cooperating agencies coming out to help us with structure protection and help us engage the fire on the fire lines. It's in steep, rugged terrain. We're having, as you can see now, active winds push up, and the humidity is slowly drying out more as the day progresses. And throughout this week, they're calling for stronger winds and lower relative humidity. The fire is currently about 3,000 acres in size, is 10% contained. We have 10 structures threatened on the New Jersey side, 2 which are residential structures along East Shore Road, and then 8 along Long Pond Ironworks. Currently, talking with the local police department and our field units, we have, forgive me folks, I've been up for almost like 50 hours, so notes are getting a little blurry here. Right now, in town of West Milford, New Jersey, East Shore Road is closed up to the New York State border from 551, and local residents have access only through Wasting Road. Currently, the fire is still under investigation. I will now take your questions.
If I can make a quick point, East Shore Road is actually closed in West Milford from Route 511 to the New York State line.
I'm sorry.
So the fire obviously falls between 2 states. How coordinated are efforts between the state of New Jersey and the state of New York?
So right now, because of that fact, we have entered into unified command with the state of New York and New Jersey Forest Fire Service. We are coordinating efforts. Again, that's why I can't really stay long to answer my questions, because it is a very dynamic situation, and we're in constant communication with their resources and our resources, working as one team to suppress this wildfire.
Can you just clarify again where it started? I kind of heard a little bit of both. Can we definitively say it started in Jersey or that it started in New York?
Because of the size during the initial attack and the rapid growth, we haven't been able to go in all the way to fully investigate. However, it is under investigation at this time. It's just a very dangerous situation to send our investigation teams in right now. But we couldn't, at this time, we're still determining where exactly it is.
And about how much personnel do you have out there?
Currently, we had approximately 300 yesterday on the fire lines. I think we have about 250 today, at least on the New Jersey side.
When you're saying you're not sure where this started, is it seem to be New York or New Jersey?
Again, because of during the initial attack, and again it was rapid nightfall, and we do the size of the fire upon initial attack, it was burning into both sides of the state, both states at that time.
How many people have been evacuated so far, and are you expecting any more evacuation?
Nobody has been evacuated in the state of New Jersey from this wildfire. Residents did shelter in place, and while we performed structural protection operations yesterday on East Shore East Shore Road.
Who's most in harm's way when it comes to this?
Can you go deeper into the question?
This fire impacts obviously a large portion of land. That's both, there are populations in the way, but there are also forests. So who's most in harm's way?
So right now, the areas that are threatened by the wildfire is the town of West Milford, New Jersey, which is along the residences up towards East Shore Road and Awasting. Again, police departments have gone out, fire agencies have gone out, we've made contact with residents, we've done structure protection. We have limited the threat, however, the threat still does remain because of the extreme conditions that we are experiencing here in North Jersey.
Can you reiterate those bans on burns to the public, let them know that anything can work?
So yes, so currently in New Jersey we have stage 3 fire restrictions, which means that in any of our primary response areas we are enforcing no wood fires, no charcoal fires, and only fires such as propane or or gas stoves in the woods.
Is Greenwood Lake the only water that you're able to get on that fire? I imagine you're not able to get many trucks up there.
Yeah, because the limited access, we are using helicopters from our agency, as well as New York side is using their agencies as well. But they are dipping out from multiple sites because there is some water access up there. But again, we just can't get fire engines to pump it out.
Do you have enough equipment?
Sorry, yesterday you guys were in the process of developing the control lines. Have they been developed? And can you talk about the process that goes into that?
All right, so yesterday fire crews went out, and the control lines we developed, we found what we call, we're using hard top roads, like the roads that we can drive on every day. And then we're using fire break roads that were established up to 50, 60 years ago. They've become overgrown, but we're used mechanized equipment and also guys going out with shovels and leaf blowers to reinforce those lines and make sure we have something hard to secure the fire line off and let the fire, so we can fight the fire more aggressively.
Can you clarify the acreage of the fire? Because the New York counterparts a couple hours ago said it's about 5,000 acres, 2,500 split between states.
The last information I was given was 3,000, but that was from earlier observation flights. They know they were doing some reconnaissance intelligence, and unfortunately, again, because it's so dynamic, I haven't been given that brief yet from the last air. I haven't seen the air operations guy.
In terms of the weather and the wind, can you anticipate which way this fire is going to move? Will it move toward the New York line?
Currently, with the current weather we have today, we have a westerly wind, so it's pushing east, pretty much up in New York State. Tomorrow, as your agency meteorologists have already forecasted, they're calling for a northwest wind, which will be pushing the smoke and fire back towards New Jersey. However, we do have containment lines that are being established in those areas to mitigate its further development into New Jersey. However, again, we are experiencing an unprecedented dry spell, and we are currently in historical numbers for our critical fuels, or the forest floor, being dried out, and we're seeing stuff that we haven't seen in quite some time here in New Jersey.
Has anybody been injured or treated for smoke inhalation or anything?
We did have one injury reported to us yesterday. A volunteer firefighter had some form of smoke inhalation. He was treated and transported to a local hospital. No other reports were given to us further.
Are volunteer fire companies involved in the effort?
Absolutely. Multiple volunteer fire companies, both from New Jersey and New York, have been involved in the protection of the lives and property of the communities both in New Jersey and New York.
So it's not just state firefighters?
No, it's everybody. Anybody that has an involvement in their communities, especially along Greenwood Lake, West Milford, Warwick, Orange County and West Passaic County communities, they've all chipped in and are sending resources to assist in fighting this fire.
Can you speak to the circumstances of the death of the firefighter on the first day?
Unfortunately, I can't speak to those circumstances. You're going to have to contact our DEC Rangers and our counterparts over there.
Do you have enough equipment? You mentioned helicopters before. Do you have enough helicopters, that sort of stuff?
Right now, we are ordering resources throughout the state of New Jersey to help assist in suppressing this, as well as personnel. Right now, we are throwing everything we got at it, and we are making progress, but we are being cautious because, again, this is the extreme fire danger that we have right now.
Will that be enough, or do you need equipment from out of state?
We're currently assessing those needs at this time.
Okay. Also, could you explain why it's so difficult to fight? You said that the terrain, you said that it's been really dry. What particularly makes this fire so difficult to contain?
So where the fire occurred is in part of New Jersey and New York, where it's just mountainous, the Appalachian mountain range, the northern part of it. So it's just all carved out through centuries of glacial push, and it's extremely rugged terrain, not the best for hiking. Not many hiking trails have been established over the centuries that we've been settled here, and no road systems have really been plugged in there. So it's just extremely limited and almost like a wilderness setting for us to get up there. So it's making access to go fight the fire hard to get equipment in there because some areas it's too steep for bulldozers to go to. So it is somebody on the ground digging fire line, choking on smoke and dust, trying to suppress this fire with manual labor. And again, with limited water access, we are requiring helicopters and miles of fire hose coming in, again, being brought in by people hiking with 80 to 90 pounds of gear on their back.
And finally, you said that it's been a long time since you've faced conditions like this in northern Jersey. Could you explain how long it's been since we've seen a fire like this?
So the conditions that we're experiencing right now, per the National Weather Service keeping records, it was the longest dry stretch for significant rain. I think it was like something about 40-something days. But going back to records of 1865 is showing how this is the driest stretch we've had since then, since that record keeping has begun. We normally do have we normally have 2 fire seasons in New Jersey. They normally occur between March 15th, not that it's a calendar date, but about mid-March to mid-May is our spring season, which is normally extremely active. We do have a historical record of April 20th, 1963 was one of the worst days in forest fire history, where much of New Jersey was on fire. We're not mirroring that yet, but the conditions are about there. So.
That 1963, I'm sorry, was it in the spring or in the fall?
It was April 20th, 1963.
10% contained. Are you confident that you'll get this under control, or are you worried?
We are putting everything we have into suppressing this wildfire. We're working hard at it. We're hoping to up that percentage.
Since this drought started, what do we have a total number of how many fires, brush fires, forest fires that the New Jersey Forest Service Fire had to battle?
I will refer.
Maybe it was like 507, maybe a couple of days ago.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've been actively engaged in fire suppression activities again for like 50 plus hours, so I haven't been able to look at the recent numbers, but Karen will answer that question for you.
Folks, we can probably take just 1 or 2 more questions. The Assistant Division Fire Warden has a limited amount of time.
Good.
Hey,
All right.
thank you so much.
Thank you. And thanks for all you guys do too. It's appreciated.